Imagine for a moment that you are holding an old piece of silver in your hand. At first it feels like any ordinary half-dollar coin, maybe something that has been sitting in a drawer for decades or tucked away in a dusty box in your grandparents' attic. But what if I told you that this very coin, the 1948 D. Franklin half-dollar, a simple piece of metal from the past, could in fact be worth an earth-shattering $167 million? Yes, you heard that, right? $167 million for a single coin. Stay with me, because by the end of this journey you will see why this coin is not just history in your hand, but potentially life-changing fortune. Before we dive deep, take a second to like this video and subscribe to Coin Value Guide YouTube channel, because what you are about to discover will make you question every coin you have ever held in your pocket. The suspense is real, and trust me, you do not want to miss the secrets waiting for you now. Let us set the stage. The year is 1948. The United States Mint has just begun a new series to honor one of the most influential founding fathers, Benjamin Franklin. This was no ordinary coin design for the half-dollar. This was the first time Franklin appeared on United States coinage with his dignified portrait on the obverse and the majestic Liberty Bell on the reverse. A symbol of freedom and history, the Denver Mint struck thousands of these coins in 1948, and among them lies a hidden treasure, the 1948 D. Franklin half-dollar. The collectors now whisper about a coin whose value in pristine condition with the right grading, and perhaps a hidden rarity, can skyrocket into unimaginable territory. But let us not reveal everything just yet, because suspense is what makes numismatics so fascinating. First, let us talk about the physical features that define this legendary coin. The 1948 D. Franklin half-dollar has a diameter of 36 millimeters. It has a thickness of 2.15 millimeters and weighs precisely 12.5 grams. It is composed of 90% silver and 10% copper, making it not just a historical artifact but also a true silver treasure. Even at its base, silver content, the coin already carries intrinsic value. But what turns it into a $167 million marvel is the combination of condition, rarity, and numismatic history. This is where collectors lean in, and the real story begins. Now you may be wondering, how can grading affect the price of a coin? Let me reveal to you the secret. Grading is everything in numismatics. Every coin is judged by its state of preservation, from poor, worn-out examples to mint state perfection. The grading scale used by professionals runs from 1 to 70, with 70 being a perfect mint state coin that shows no flaws at all. Imagine the suspense of holding a Franklin half-dollar and waiting to hear if a professional grading service declares it MS 68, MS 69, or the dream grade of MS 70. The difference between MS 65 and MS 70 could mean the difference between a few $1,000s and a price tag in the hundreds of millions. And here is the twist: only one or two examples of the 1948 D. Franklin half-dollar are believed to exist in flawless condition, graded by the most respected authorities in the field: PCGS, the Professional Coin Grading Service, and NGC, the Numismatic Guarantee Corporation. When a coin reaches these stratospheric levels of rarity, it transforms from being just money to being a trophy asset, something investors, collectors, and even museums fight to own. But what makes the 1948 D. Franklin half-dollar so special? Aside from its age and silver content, the key is that 1948 was the very first year of issue for the Franklin half-dollar series, making it a true key date in numismatics. And collectors know that first-year issues are always special. Combine that with the D Mint mark from Denver, and you have a coin that sets the stage for greatness. But let us not forget the thrill of the hunt. Numismatics is not only about the coins themselves, it is about the stories behind them, the errors, the discoveries, the surprises that keep collectors searching for decades. Imagine looking at the Liberty Bell on the reverse of your Franklin half-dollar under magnification and noticing a tiny doubling or a minting flaw, a subtle error that only a trained eye can detect. Such strike errors are like golden tickets to fortune. But the suspense builds even higher, because you cannot simply assume your coin is valuable without expert confirmation. This is why grading companies like PCGS and NGC exist, to verify authenticity, assign grades, and provide protective holders known as slabs that secure both the coin and its value. And once your coin has been certified, its story becomes official. and its place in numismatic history is secured. Now let us ask the million-dollar question, or in this case the $167 million question. How do you actually sell such a coin, because having it in your possession is only part of the journey? The other half is finding the right place to realize its full value. Local coin shops may offer you quick cash, but never the astronomical prices that legendary coins deserve. Instead, the best place to unlock the full potential of your 1948 D. Franklin half-dollar is at a major auction house. Think Heritage Auctions or Stack's Bowers, where elite collectors and wealthy investors battle against one another, driving the price into record-breaking territory. You might even consider listing it on a global platform like eBay, but only with the right marketing and authentication, because a coin of this caliber attracts serious eyes and serious money. This is where provenance also comes into play. Provenance is the documented history of a coin. If your Franklin half-dollar comes with a story, an origin, or a past appearance in a famous collection, that adds layers of prestige and can elevate its value even more. Collectors love coins with a traceable history because it connects them not just to the coin, but to the human stories behind it. Now let us pause and build suspense once again. What if I told you that somewhere out there another undiscovered flawless 1948 D. Franklin half-dollar could be hiding in a collection, or tucked away in a safe deposit box waiting to be rediscovered? The very idea is enough to make numismatists lose sleep, because every coin jar, every estate sale, and every roll of half-dollars could potentially hide a treasure that rewrites history and turns ordinary people into legends. And this is what makes the world of coin collecting so addictive. Numismatics is not just about silver weights or mint marks. It is about connecting with history, about holding in your hand something that has traveled across generations, a silent witness to decades of American life. Franklin himself once said, "An investment in knowledge pays the best interest," and in this case, knowledge of coins could literally transform into generational wealth. Now, before we close, let me remind you of the powerful truth. Coin collecting is more than a hobby. It is a hunt, a mystery, a chase filled with cliffhanger, suspense, and astonishing revelations. The 1948 D. Franklin half-dollar, worth $167 million, stands as a modern legend of numismatics, a shining example that even the smallest piece of metal can hold within it the power to change your life forever. So here is your mission. Take a look at your own collection. Check your pocket change. Open those dusty jars from the past, and if you ever come across a 1948 D. Franklin half-dollar, do not ignore it, because you just might be holding a miracle in your hand. And remember, this journey is not meant to be traveled alone. Join the growing community of passionate collectors by subscribing to Coin Value Guide YouTube channel. Smash that like button, leave your thoughts in the comments, and share this video with friends, family, and fellow treasure hunters, because the next rare coin discovery could be right around the corner, and you will want to be here when it happens. The suspense of numismatics never ends, so keep searching, keep collecting, and never lose your curiosity. Because the next coin you discover might just be worth $167 million. Stay tuned, stay subscribed, and let us continue this journey together into the world of hidden treasures, rare coins, and fortunes waiting to be found.